Because we had a problem with the YouTube, my account was restricted and has a strike or whatever they call it for no reason. I don't know what's the reason. I contacted the YouTube and they did not tell me why the account is restricted, but this is why we are starting a new account here, because we want more exposure and more people to follow. We will call this the Conservative Report, one of the conservative reports in Australia. I talked before the last election, before the last state election, and I declared that we will campaign in the South Sydney seats on conservative values, and I explained to many people that conservative does not mean that you should be white or you should be Christian, because migrants, most of the migrants and most of non-Christians are more conservatives. I talked extensively during the last election with conservative parties, including the Family First and others, who asked me, "Are you Christian?" I said, "No, I'm not Christian, but I am more conservative than you. Let us talk about the issues. Let us talk about family. Let us talk about moral values. Let us talk about all these issues. Why you were silent for a long time on the issues that woke movement are already capitalized on and now wants all of us to swallow. You were, because you arrived before us, you had more power as white Christian people. You allowed this madness to reach to this point, because if there were more non-Anglo-Saxon, non-Christian people in power, the situation would not have reached to this point. And you see now the movement that fights on family values and against this madness of LGBTQ whatever. It is led by non-English speaking migrants and non-Christian communities. And in the last, and I talked to my friend Lily Shilton from the Family First, I said, look, this area, Auburn, Bankstown, Lakemba and others, voted, the highest area where voted against the same-sex marriage when the plebiscite was proposed, where in this area, or the highest area, with no vote. And traditionally, this area was very strong on family values, moral values, and others. So we are more conservative than you. We are more conservative, and I can easily say that we are more conservative. Some people, like Pauline Hanson and others, think that conservative means to be racist, to be closed-minded. This is not the reality, because again, the migrants, the only church leader who stood up against the mandatory vaccination, against the woke movement, LGBTQ rights, whatever, is the migrant bishop of the Iraqi church, the Orthodox Iraqi church, Bishop Mar Emanuel, and he's migrant. And again, most of the Muslims are and Indians and Buddhists are very conservative when it comes to family values and other conservative values. And it is shame that Labour is controlling areas like Bankstown, Auburn, Lakemba, Liverpool, and these areas where it consists mainly of conservative migrants. And the only area that broke this control of power is Fairfield, and we hope that we can make Cumberland, which is open, and it's around Bankstown, Canterbury, break away from the Labour grip on all levels of government, council, state and federal. Again, let me talk today, this is introduction, and I will talk a little bit about how the Labour now is setting a precedent by all means, a worrying precedent that we all should be at high alert and alarm because of this. The fiasco, and I talked briefly about this, the fiasco of the Brittany Higgins and the whole chaos which was now we know was orchestrated by the Labour Party, the Labour and the Greens together. They orchestrated these lies. They spread hate against men. They spread hate against the liberal and conservative parties, and they spread hate against the government, the liberal government at that time. Now, when the whole Brittany Higgins fiasco should send a lesson, should send a lesson that we should not resort to trial people based on or in media and rumors. We need to wait until the law and the courts say its words. And now, after years of attacks on men, in general, attacks on this guy who was accused of raping Brittany Higgins, we understand now that the court said we cannot reach any decision on this, and it was dismissed, and now it stays as allegations. But from 2000, I can't remember which 2000, I think 2018 or so, until for the next few years, Labour and the Greens were organizing rally after rally, attacking every man in this in this land. Every man is a perpetrator, unless we need to stand up and say we condemn this guy, even though we don't know if he is a perpetrator, he was a rapist, or she was a liar. And now what had happened, because all this fiasco, all these lies are exposed now, bit by bit, brick by brick, piece by piece, and the role of the Labour Party in orchestrating this mountain of lies are becoming very evident. To cover all this, the Labour and the Greens combined their efforts again to abort the truth, and by start to attacking another man. And here the pathetic leadership of the Liberal Party in Peter Dutton, who has no charisma, who has no idea, who has no respect anywhere, was quick to dismiss this senator and declare that he's guilty, even before there was any evidence, or there is any trial or court or any strong indications, or only one senator who used her parliamentary privilege to defame somebody without any evidence, without any rule of law here. And she was adamant, I will not go to the court, I will not go to the federal police, I will use parliamentary privilege to destroy this guy and protect Kate Gallagher and the other Labour perpetrators. We have mountain of evidence now that the Labour Party, with the ABC, Lisa Wilkinson and others, they orchestrated the whole campaign against Bruce Lerman and the Liberal Party, the Liberal government, and against every man on this earth. This is very concerning. It is very concerning because now we don't need a rule of law. We don't need a federal police. We don't need a court. We don't need federal court. We don't need a high court. We don't need anything. We need one senator to come and accuse anyone under the parliamentary privileges, and we can destroy, and one media or two media or many media come and support this campaign, and we can destroy any public figure who whatever his title or his popularity or his position. It's just one person, one politician inside the parliament use his parliamentary privileges. They can destroy anyone. Tomorrow, Lydia Thorpe can come forward and say, this guy who's campaigning against on the no vote, for example, he is this and that, and that's it. You don't need any court. You don't need any federal police investigation or inquiries. Just one parliamentarian under the using the parliamentary privileges, they can destroy anyone. And the good things in this fiasco from the hoax of the deadly pandemic until now, the good thing is that more and more people are waking up. And now a lot of people, when I walk I go into the shopping centers and I see more people using cash, more people boycotting the businesses of chaos like Woolworths and IKEA and others. I know now why the woke movement, why the establishment, why the deep state in panic mode, and they should be panicked because if they fail in Ukraine, if they fail to rig election in USA again, then they are in big trouble. And from now on, we will talk more and more about the issues that concern ordinary Australians. Ordinary Australians that migrated to this country to enjoy freedom, to enjoy peace, and to enjoy the family life they like. You want to enjoy your version of family, I don't mind. Don't enforce this on us. And I am very happy that next Saturday there will be the biggest. We hope that it will be the biggest meeting of parents who are concerned about the woke movement, the Labour Greens agenda of destroying our families by enforcing the LGBTQ agenda on our kids as young as 5 years of age or so, as it happened in Victoria and in Queensland and in other countries controlled by the Labour and the Greens like Germany and Sweden and other countries. We are concerned, or everyone who has concern about the family values, about the moral values, about their cultural, because it is not, some people think that it is religious things, because Jamal, because of religious things, he is saying this. No, it is this is my belief, this is my cultural belief, this is what I deeply believe about the morals that I believe in, about how I want to live, me and my kids. And I don't want others who thinks that I am wrong. I can accept that they think that I am wrong, but they need to accept that I think that they are wrong. and we can live in this country according to our beliefs, to each one's belief, because I don't think that they can dictate me on the right and wrong, and I don't want to dictate them about the right and wrong. For me, I am right, and I don't want anyone to convince me, but I am open for any debate about this, about anything, you know. But I don't want anyone to enforce me and enforce my kid, and then threaten me with jail if I tell my kid that men cannot give birth. They cannot give birth. This is the basic, is any class of science, any class of science, in the school or at the university. The basic things. The man doesn't have uterus. They don't have ovaries. They can't develop the zygote. They can't become pregnant. Easy, it is easy. But if a woman has delusion that she's a man, it's okay. But she's a woman. Biologically, she's a woman. I don't want to enforce her to live according to my belief. But science is science. You defend our ears for the last 3 years. Follow the science. Follow the science. The science is very clear about this. XX, XY. That's it. And XX, there is uterus, there is ovaries, and there is a pregnancy. XY, there is different things. There is totally different things. The semen and that they should go to the uterus to make the zygote, which will come into embryo, and then it will become a kid later on. So for somebody who wants to tell me that you are wrong, I am open for any debate, a scientific debate or unscientific debate, but they need to respect my idea, and I will respect their choice. They want to live like this, that's okay, but don't enforce this on me and my kids. And I will fight. Again, maybe you will take me to the court as you did with President Trump when he said we should fight by all legitimate means, by all peaceful legitimate means, against this madness, against this chaos, and including YouTube, including Facebook, including forums, rallies, and elections. Please, if you can, subscribe to this channel. I will stop using the other channel because, again, YouTube is making our life very bad on that YouTube channel. I will start talking on this channel regularly about the issues that matter, especially family values, moral values, and civil liberties. The issues that we already start to dream to keep. Before, when we migrated to Australia, we thought that this is guaranteed in the Constitution. From 2020, we know that it is not guaranteed, and we need to continue fighting to keep it.